Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
That is us. The three amigos back in the house.
Yeah.
One named Bud Knocker.
What's up?
One named Stoner. The other one Guru.
Stony below.
I'm sure you can guess which is which.
Oh, man, we're so close.
Who's
we're
who?
9 days away.
We're 9 days away from
9
college
days
football
away.
starting. It's getting close.
Man.
Welcome in on a Thursday this week.
Yeah.
Because I am a bachelor for the next 14 days, and I make my own schedule.
Yes, you are.
Right?
And I'm really
Right.
inflexible because it's considering I only have to walk 10 steps to get to the studio.
Right? I know. Exactly.
Damn it.
So yes, I'm on my 14 days of Fortnite mission, as everyone knows. I did 6 hours last night. Oh, it was ridiculous. Had a fun time. Everyone checked in. It was great. Everyone in there last night. It was a fun time. Got a couple wins. Knocker even found technology last
I did.
night, Knocker.
I had an epiphany.
You somehow found a way to get an app and to use it, and it worked.
It worked.
It was absolutely amazing,
It was
Knocker.
phenomenal.
It was. It
Telling
was
you. But on the flip side of that, I wasn't able to join our Pigskin Pick'em. You had to do
Yes,
that. for me
he brought me his
Oh, I still
phone.
need to
It's
do
only
that.
been 6 years, 7 years now.
You know your I give you credit,
I
though.
did remember the password, right?
You were
I was
the
in
account.
there. Right?
He got into the account. He just did not know how to go through the steps. So Knocker is in now. Again, guys, $200. Again, bragging rights. Butchie winning last year. We had a kid win last year, Knocker.
Yep.
I'm
You
kind
ain't
of-
no kid no more.
I'm a little insulted
Why?
that a kid beat us at picking football games.
Right.
I crap bigger than you.
Butchie might. He's a big boy.
I'm telling you, man. But $200 every week. We go over the games. I have a couple people saying, well, I know I'm not really good at pick'ems. Can I just join fantasy? And I was like, well, you don't even have to try at pick'ems. It's free.
Yeah.
Right.
And Renee got in the top 10 by just using sound effects.
Yeah, dude, you got to go with the sound effects. That's where it's
Absolutely.
at.
Like,
Right.
so if you just want to be respectable, just follow Renee. Like,
Yeah.
at least Renee will get you.
You can't go wrong.
Because the last thing you don't want to end up is like Blackout Falcon on page 2.
Page 2.
It's the shameful page that
Right.
you end up on in our pick'ems
The
leagues.
walk of shame.
No one goes to page 2, so your name will never know. No one goes to the bottom and scrolls down like, oh, let's see who's at the bottom and sucks. No. So it's free to play. You guys can go to the website, sportscastlife.com. Just click on the link on the right. Even showed Knocker today, so you can show your people at work, Knocker, how to go to it. Did you see? Just go to the link, push the button, and they go. Are you good with that? He showed me that. I was very impressed with him, but I think right now he thinks that was under pressure. Like, if he has to show someone at work. Yes. Do you think he can do it?
I think so. I do.
do it?
I think
Okay.
so. I feel strong.
Okay,
I feel strong.
That's good. That's good. Renee, want to say again, I praised your band last week. That was fun
Thanks,
going
man.
to your show, dude.
Yeah,
It was
sorry
a
I
good
missed
time.
last week.
It's okay. You get paid to go do something. You got to go do it.
Right.
But your band was kick-ass. So we played some of your show on here.
Thanks,
it was
man. It was fun.
good. I already know you're already getting people wanting to play parties and
Right.
shit now.
Right. I'm
So,
going to be your manager here in a minute.
I know.
Really, really
I'm
good,
booking
dude.
some gigs.
Well, I think we're going to concentrate on bigger shows, big venues, the House of Blues,
Nice.
Grove of Anaheim,
Nice.
places where there's
Well,
lots
now
and
that
lots
your
of people,
singer
not
is-
just small like dive bars.
Right,
But
right.
this the Baldy Lodge, it was an exception to the rule because it was my birthday. Everybody had fun. Everybody was gelling. That was our first time jamming in like 5 years.
That literally was the first show in 5
We had
years.
2 practices before then.
Wow.
Just in a garage? Or?
Just at Juan's house, the guitar player Juan.
Okay.
So we had it in his living room.
Okay.
We just cleared out his space and everything.
Fucking great. And then you went and just did that
So-
show
And
that
then
you
we
did.
went, and
so
then
rock and roll.
We went and then we just did that show.
Dude, that's fucking awesome. His neighbors must hate him.
He actually lives in a big house in Corona. It's
That's
pretty cool.
awesome. That's dope.
Very
though.
cool.
That's dope.
So yeah, man, it was fun. I'm surprised I didn't puke on my birthday with all the shots that
You
people
said
were
you're up
bringing
to
me.
3 a.m.?
I was up till about 3:15 a.m. hanging out,
Nice.
just laughing with the guys, laughing my asses off. And that's one good thing I love about this band is that we all gel together. We're all
Yeah.
good musicians. Plus, dude, they make me laugh like
It's
do the
just a
hard
family
where I'm just like
thing, man.
tearing.
That's
man.
awesome.
And it's like a family thing, So
No,
it's
it's
like
kinda
the
cool.
camaraderie.
Great to
The camaraderie
hear.
is there.
Awesome.
It was kind of cool to go back to like the band's cabin because they had their own bigger cabin.
Yeah, we had our own cabin.
And you
kind of
got to see the dynamic of how they all were. With Renee,
How they
Sherry
interact
wasn't
and
there,
stuff.
and then they had some people inside. Everyone's smoking some weed, drinking, and just shooting the shit, seeing what songs are gonna play next. And it was like it was kind of cool just to be like in the back, just kind of seeing how it was.
The fly on the wall.
Yeah, it was
just
kind of
checking
cool.
shit out.
Checking out.
Drinking beers, writing a set list. That's
Yeah,
fun. That's always
fucking
fun, man.
cool. Yeah,
All right,
it is.
so what should we play? I don't know.
know,
Like, what do you
man.
want to play first, dude?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's play. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking cool as hell. So, shout out to that. So again, gonna be a big show. We got NFL coming up today. We got a big guest at 6:20 knocker.
6:20.
We got Antwan Staley calling
One and
in.
only.
Gonna be talking AFC East, specifically the Dolphins and Hurricane football, as he covers both those teams. So we call it 6:20. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and get them in the chat and get it going. We're gonna go over my power rankings, which everybody is enthused.
Always.
Everybody always agrees with them, and they always love them.
They're always perfect. Spot
I'm
on.
sure I'll get called a Aaron Rodgers dick sucker at some point by Dr. Rob because the Green Bay Packers will be there and his Vikings team won't.
pull a big dick.
That might happen. Knocker will tell me I'm an idiot a couple times.
A couple times.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Guaranteed.
Yep.
Guaranteed.
And then there'll be a couple middle fingers and shout outs. So it'll be good. It'll be good, fun time.
Nothing
So we got
but fun.
that. We're gonna pick our division winners as well. We got some other news, videos, all that good stuff. So you guys call the show. 626-208-9040 is the number. Knocker, anything you want? What did you do this past weekend? What have you been doing since I saw
Actually,
you last?
I had to work because I went to the river the weekend before. I had to work on Saturday.
Yeah.
And I just abhor working on Saturdays. It's just horrid. It's a
boring
nightmare. I
weekend?
just absolutely hate it. Sunday, went to church in the morning with your mom and played golf in the afternoon. She went shopping.
You
I
are
played
fucking
golf in the
old.
afternoon.
That's like
Why?
so boring. Can you give me a beer at least? That was like so boring. I was
Well,
hoping
what's wrong with going to church and
Make
playing
that
golf?
two.
Yeah, I was like hoping you did like something cool, like
That was the
strip
week
club
before.
or something, or you know.
That was the week before in
Oh,
Parker.
okay,
Hello?
okay. All right then. Yeah, that's what we'll see.
Can't do it every week.
Yeah, you can't party that hard every weekend. Josh's power rankings: Cowboys #1. There, the show's done. Good night, everyone. See, who do you think said that?
That's Dr. Rob.
Yeah, he's already. I told you. This is why I do my power rankings, because it brings out the best in you people and all you listeners. All right. What's that? And good evening to you, Dr. Rob. How are you? All right, Knox. So we're gonna get into a little bit of Wild World of Sports, cover a couple news around the world, and then we'll get into all our football stuff here.
Hey, Dr. Rob, how about CJ Cron? That's your boy, huh? He'll know what I'm talking about.
Oh, damn.
Former Angel.
He'll know what I'm talking about.
I like how his last name
That
is
taking
Kron,
a cheap
short for the
shot at
chronic.
Dr. Rob.
Yeah. No, not a shot. I'm just saying. What did you say?
I don't think it's very
Said,
educational.
I like how his last name is Kron, short for the chronic. Hey, man, you got any Kron?
That's so
I know
gay.
my brain goes to the
That's so
weed. Huh?
gay.
Remember when Sherry
Hey,
said
bro,
he wanted to
got
be a
you
stand-up
crying.
comic? Remember when Sherry said
She
that's
did.
his little dream to do?
She did.
Well, keep stick to the
Deep
base.
down inside, I want to be a stand-up comic. I just
Don't we all?
don't think that I'm funny enough.
And
Hey, congratulations.
Dr. Rob would like to inform you to drop this on you.
I told you he'd know exactly what I'm talking
he
about.
says it's still painful. I don't know what happened or what that means. What does that mean? What happened? Can you explain?
I don't know. All I saw was a tweet from him. He said CJ Cron fucks it up at first base and then chokes at the plate. Typical Twins.
He might be one of the
You
best
know how
Twitter
he could
followers.
just fire shit off like that? He was so all about it.
He's just on his phone, just firing off stuff.
Yeah.
Every
And
night.
just he hates his own teams. That's what's incredible.
Says he makes an error and then he can't get a clutch.
Sometimes
hit.
I hate my own
Fucking
team.
motherfucker. I love the hate. that
Dr.
comes
Rob's
out of
engaged.
this man.
He's engaged. He's engaged
Fucking
now. He's in the show.
amazing. It's awesome. All right, Knock. Well, let's cover what everyone's talking about. Let's span the globe here and let me find it. There we go.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of sport.
Alrighty then. Well, lots going on other than NFL footballs. We got to hit a couple things that are going on in the world of sports. How are your Dodgers doing right now, Renee?
They got their ass kicked today,
Are they
but
still
they
on fire?
are the first team in the National League to win 80 games. I think they're at 81 now.
Yeah, they're just on fire. That was going
They're
to
on
be one of
fire.
my shots of the week.
Yeah,
just for being
and
the Dodgers.
they're who knows, man. Give me a Dodgers-Yankees World Series. That's what I want to see before I die in my lifetime. Last time they were in the World Series against the Yankees was in 81, but I was born in 79, so I was 2 years old at the time, right?
Dodgers finally got him that year.
Right, exactly. So we'll see, man. They're on fire. Cody Bellinger just hit his 40th home run today. So we're only in August. So about another month and a half ago.
You would make if you're the Dodgers before the trade? Is the trade deadline
Trade
over?
Deadline's over.
Can they make
They can
any
claim
moves?
someone off of waivers.
So how the Dodgers are, how they're going into the playoffs.
Yes.
They're good. I wish they would have done something at the trade deadline to beefen up their bullpen.
What's the rotation in a 5-game series? That first
5-game series?
Yeah, that first series. Yeah.
Well, with the season that he's having, I think they're going to go Ryu with Game 1 and pass the torch from Kershaw.
Isn't that crazy how Ryu starts over Kershaw and Buehler?
I mean,
that good?
Ryu is a Cy Young
doing
candidate,
that well,
man.
yeah.
He's doing that well.
He's having
like
that kind of year.
He's 12-2.
So then do you
with
start
like a
Kershaw
145 ERA.
at home or on the road in Game 3?
I'd say start him at home Game 2. So you have Ryu Game 1, Kershaw at home Game 2,
Buehler on the road,
and then Buehler on the road Game 3, right?
Yeah.
And then
Who's your fourth if you have to go to someone if it's a long series in a game?
if he's healthy, maybe Rich Hill because he has the experience. But right now,
how's the closing right now?
He's still iffy,
I haven't
right?
been
Game
following on
4,
my.
maybe they'll start Urias, knowing Dave Roberts if he's going to try to pull a trick out of his hat.
Okay.
But
But right now, Jansen's still iffy, though.
Yeah,
right?
I've been
Jansen's
stealing bad
iffy.
tweets about Jansen. A lot of
Yeah,
Dodgers fans not trusting
yeah, I
him.
know.
Your cousin
They're-
Joe was all
and
over him the other day.
I think that it's time for
Maybe
the
that's what I
Dodgers
saw was Joe,
to dig in internally or maybe externally. But I really think they need to dig in internally and see what kind of arm they have in their farm system. If they have that guy that could step up and replace Kenley Jansen eventually down the line in the future. Because the way that his season is going, I think that he's going to be either once his free agent time comes,
He's not.
I think the Dodgers might pass on him. If
I would
someone
pass,
better
yeah.
comes along, I mean, you got to think about
Well,
it.
I think they're going to have to.
Kenley's only like a two-pitcher,
Right.
man. Two-pitch pitcher.
And he's lost the edge. Whatever it
He's
is,
lost the edge.
yeah.
Well, he did have that heart
Well, for
palpitation
whatever reason, I'm not
surgery
saying
or whatever.
it's totally his fault,
right.
but the fact remains.
Exactly. He's not the same as he
same
was.
guy.
Right. He's no Eric Gagne.
Yeah,
right?
and I think it's, once again the Achilles heel of the Dodgers is going to be that bullpen.
It is
going to
be that bullpen.
You know,
Yeah.
and
They're
what
going to
they
have
get.
to outscore people again.
Yeah, they're going to have to win 8-5 instead of.
I don't think they have a
3-1
problem
or
doing that.
whatever,
They're going to have to
so.
slug their way through the
Right.
playoffs.
Right. The Yankees made a living doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Well, someone else is doing a lot of slugging, Mr. Conor McGregor. Knocker.
What the
He's an idiot.
Headline reads: Conor McGregor
on,
hits
man.
a man at a Dublin bar. Now, according to TMZ, McGregor is shown pouring drinks at the Marble Arch Bar on an afternoon of April 6th. Video cuts to a few minutes later when McGregor pumps his fists in the air before throwing a jab at a man seated at the bar.
Right.
The video throwing also, Knocker, we remember back when he threw a dolly about a year ago
Yes,
at
at the
that
bus.
bus. Yeah, that incident. He also had that brawl with Khabib Nurmagomedov, whatever his last name is, in Vegas. And then he was also accused of smashing and stealing a man's phone. It's crazy to think that Conor McGregor at one time looked like the face of the UFC.
Oh yeah, he was ruling the world. He was
almost
on top
like
of the world.
And it's crazy. Like it's really weird to me. I'm not a big UFC guy, but I mean I know enough. And Ronda Rousey was the face of women's MMA, UFC, and she went down hard and fast.
Yes.
But I think she picked herself back up after that, made a movie career. Now in WWE, has made a career.
Right.
People can
She's
still
no Tanya Harding.
but my point being, people can still gather around her.
Right,
People
sure.
can still embrace her. McGregor at this point just seems like
He's
an
alienated
asshole.
himself from even the staunchest supporters. I mean, this could.
Did you see the
This
video?
is assault with a deadly weapon. His hands have to be registered as deadly weapons somewhere because of what he does for a living.
Yeah, I wonder what.
And he did it just because the dude wouldn't take a shot. Dude didn't want to take a shot of whiskey, so he
Is that
punches
what the
him?
reports say?
Yeah.
He's an idiot.
God,
It's like,
man.
what are you doing, man?
What up, O-Dog? Stop plugging your show
But,
already.
dog, I mean, money can't buy you class, man. Money can't buy you manners. It
Yeah.
can't buy you, personality. It can't buy you the real you. Eventually, comes out.
But what a guy that everyone liked, and now you just think
Yeah.
he's kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
I kind of liked him at first. I kind of liked his pompous stuff, but it sold, and he could fight, and he was good.
Right, he could back it up.
But now it's just becoming a joke. It's just
a sideshow now.
It's becoming a sideshow. So, all right, Knocker, Laker news around here. We just got the news today.
yep.
DeMarcus Cousins suffered a torn ACL in his left knee. gonna more than likely be out for the rest of the season. His whole season could be in jeopardy here. Another huge injury.
Well, at
for
his
him
age
in
and
his
size,
career.
that could be his career. To be
I
honest
mean,
with
you looked at him in the last playoffs last year when he was in it with Gold State. He could barely jump off the ground.
And this is just going to be worse. Yeah, this
I
is
mean,
probably career ending.
I know it's not like huge blow to the Lakers because I don't think they expected to get much out of him, but they still would have liked to have him as a
Well, he was
backup
part of the
role.
plan.
You know, yeah, exactly.
Right? He was part of the plan.
So I think this hurts a little bit for the Lakers. Not a lot. They didn't pay a lot for him, so we'll see where it goes from there. But also not with a former Laker, Lonzo Ballknocker. Now, they've got that TV show, or I guess not TV show, but streaming show on Facebook. Now, we know what happened to Big Baller Brand. We showed you guys a few weeks ago how they're selling off their stuff. Well, normally Lonzo Ball normally agrees with his father on stuff. In the past, he's kind of sat there quiet and, didn't say much. Well, that all changed. Here's a clip from their reality series, Knocker.
All right.
Where Lonzo basically tells his father, it's over. The brand's done. It's washed up. And LeVar still thinks the Big Baller Brand.
Won't let
Yeah,
go,
check this out right here. Let me see. Where'd you go? I got to wait for the commercial. There we go.
We need Lonzo to be involved, so I got to hear from him. The brand is demolished right now.
That's how you feel the brand is demolished.
That's everybody feels.
Who's everybody?
The world.
The
The
world.
brand is not demolished.
You got it, man.
Don't say you got it, man, to me.
Can you feel the tension between LeVar and Zoe right now?
Yep.
This is probably the first time I've seen them not speaking before.
He's stepping out of bounds for a minute, and I got to put him back in bounds. It's not fun and games anymore. I know y'all up in there, man. Open the door, dog.
No, you can't save everybody.
Me and your mom's, we're going through some things, but it's gonna be all right.
It sucks, but I got a plan for everything.
What is your biggest priority when it comes to your family?
Sticking together.
Now, look.
That's a done deal. That train left, baby.
Now look.
That train is gone.
I'm going to take all these clips because of what I know about television, reality television, that a lot of this is just scripted nonsense that they're trying to sell. That's what they're always trying to sell. But there is a lot to that where Lonzo, I think, is finally found that, I need to step up, be a man. This is bullshit. I'm sick of you.
Can you imagine
I don't want
growing
my name
up?
to be associated with you anymore almost at this point.
Well, he's just tired of being bullied. His dad's a bully. Can you imagine growing up in that house? Yeah, it was fun winning games and championships. But can you imagine the tyranny inside those four walls?
Yeah.
My God.
O-Dog says his career may be over.
Yeah. Just the whole thing's just turned into a shit show.
He's playing with Zion now, so we'll see if he can rebound, get out of that limelight. His dad doesn't have the
well, he could be a
stage and
bench
the
player
platform with the
somewhere. He
Lakers,
can help a team somewhere, but he's never going to be a star.
Sebastian says, "Go Clippers." Now Knocker, also something really cool.
They smell like weed.
Do you have some more of that?
Yeah, I was trying to get it in time.
The Clippers like making love to the referees.
Do you have the full thing?
I'd have to find it on YouTube. It's so retarded.
Doc Rivers is a crybaby.
Oh my God. You know how good of a guest he would be on this show?
Oh my God, I want to get him on this show.
We need him to do our theme.
And guys, have you seen, speaking of Wild Wild Sports, you seen this guy Superhuman, that guy that goes, whoop, whoop. He goes, this is for the...
Oh, yeah, you showed us that.
Yeah, you had him on here.
Dude, he's like so big now.
Oh
this
my
dude is
gosh.
crazy. It's what
That
people
just
will
tells
do.
you where the world
This for
is
the
at.
Jiggles and jigglettes.
That's how.
Hello,
sad.
Jiggalos and Jigglettes.
Boop, boop. And he just jumps off. It's fucking
That's
crazy.
just how sad the
I want to
world
see him
is
run
right
through
now.
an electric fence.
Oh my, dude, that would be awesome. We should just send in stuff that he should do, and try and get him on the show. Knocker. Lastly, here, let me bring it up.
Get
do you remember
nuts
Dennis?
tased.
What's that?
Get his nuts tased. See how that goes.
Whoop whoop whoop! This is for the Jiggalos and Jigglettes.
I'm about to have my
this at
nuts
home.
tased.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. Woo-hoo.
Oh my God. All right, Knocker. Next up here, remember this guy Dennis Rodman?
Who?
Played the
Of
NBA.
course, yes.
Where do you when I say Dennis Rodman, do you think of top 25, 50 player? Where do you put Dennis
Oh
Rodman?
God, no.
No.
Wow.
One of the greatest
He might be
rebounders of all
top-
time.
Top 200 players, but as far as
top 200. Wow, you didn't even put him in the top 100?
No, the dude couldn't shoot. He's not a basketball player. But if you want somebody to grab rebounds, shut somebody down, get into their head, right, and play some serious freaking defense, that's your guy.
Wow.
It's just the way it is, Josh.
Wasn't he one of the leading rebounders in
Well,
league
I'm saying,
history?
yeah,
I mean,
he's one of the greatest rebounders in the history of the game. Absolutely, he knew his angles. He knew how to block people out. He just knew that portion of the game, and also obviously
Hall of Famer.
No, you got to be able to shoot the basketball, man.
Damn. Well,
It's an all-around sport. You got to be a basketball player.
I disagree. I think he's a Hall of Famer. I think 30 for 30 does a really. I don't think Jordan gets those rings without Rodman.
Oh, I agree with you. But it's a team game.
Well,
you
Scottie
have to
Pippen's
have
a Hall of Famer.
Pippen can shoot. Pippen
Okay,
can play
well,
defense.
he could rebound. Rodman could change a game.
Do you think that because
yes, he could. Yes, I will give you that.
Rodman could manipulate a game to go his way.
I will give you that. But when you're in the Hall of Fame, see, I don't want the Hall of Fame diluted like the stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Anybody can have one now. Just they give them away now. I want the Hall of Fame to be the greatest players ever. Not just the greatest rebounder, not just the greatest trash talker, but the greatest players. Okay? He's a role player. Yes, if they have a Hall of Fame for the sixth man, boom, there he is.
Sixth man players belong in the Hall of Fame if they're really good?
Well, some of them do. I'm just saying.
No, six-man. Robert Ory's fucking six-man player.
Well,
made
okay,
a lot of teams really good.
I'm looking at Robert Ory and I'm looking at Dennis Rodman. Who would I want on my team?
Well, one guy's got 6 rings. Yeah, they both got a lot of rings. They both help teams win a lot of rings.
I'd rather have Ory.
I think you're taking Rodman's off the
No.
court issue. I think you really are. I think you're taking the antics.
No, I'm not.
Do you think that Rodman's lifestyle hinders his Hall of Fame chances? From what he's been in.
Not for me, because I only look at what happens on the court. Not for me. I don't care what he does off the court. I truly don't.
But do you think the
writers
NBA
do.
Hall of Fame does
Yes.
and writers do?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, O-Dog says Rodman might be the greatest role player in NBA history.
He might be.
And he's not in the Hall of Fame? And you don't think he goes in the Hall of Fame?
No.
You're crazy, Paul.
No,
You're
I
nuts.
want the elite of the elite, the 1% Top Gun.
Is he
You're right,
not the
second
elite
place
of the
is in
elite?
the
if
ladies' room.
He's the best role player in history. You don't think role players have to be there in order for a team to win championships?
I understand that, but they're not Hall of Fame material. No. They're
Wow.
essential to winning
Wow.
championships, yes, but not Hall of
You're
Fame.
blowing my mind right now. You're blowing my mind.
Well, the Lakers don't win with freaking Rambas. They don't win without Rambas.
Yeah, or the Lakers
Or is
don't
he
win
a Hall
without
of Famer?
Ory. I think Robert Ory's a Hall of Famer. No, Robert Ory
Oh,
not a
no,
Hall of Famer.
Of course he is. He's
Oh, why?
got 7 rings.
Rodman's got
But
6.
Robert Ory could shoot and play defense and rebound. He could do all of those things.
I'm raising my hand.
I love this.
It's your show, so I don't want to butt in.
Good for you. Good for you.
Because I've been yelled
You're
at already.
learning. You're learning. Absolutely. I
So,
love this.
are there
You're
any-
maturing gracefully. You're 40 now.
Yeah, I know what to do now. So, yeah. So, are there any kickers from the NFL in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
So those are role players.
That's a
correct?
No.
So those are role players. Are they
Mariano
not?
Rivera's a role player.
No, they are
Mariano
not.
Rivera
They
is.
are essential to the game.
But wasn't
what's
Rodman
rebounding?
essential
It's essential to the game.
his
You're gonna
teams?
lose this. He's
Yes,
gonna lose it.
but not Hall of Fame material. Okay, Vinatieri's Hall of Fame. They don't win championships without him. Okay, but kicker is a position.
Okay.
It's a scoring position. You need to be the best.
But
of the
didn't
best.
Rodman have a position that he played?
Yes, but there's other rebounders. There's other defensive players. You have to
That's
be the
a
best of the
great
best.
point. You just made him
No.
lose.
No, I'm not losing.
Dad, is Mariano
He is
Rivera
never-
not?
he's
Mariano
never getting
Rivera is
in-
not a role player.
He's never getting into the Hall of Fame.
Every football player is a role
Mariano
player.
Rivera got into the Hall of Fame
Of
as a
course.
closer.
Every
course, he
football
should.
player is a role player.
No, he doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
Not gonna happen.
Wow, I think that's crazy. I think you're crazy. Well, anyway, you know we love 30 for 30. I've
Well,
seen
who
almost
else is
everyone.
out there? I don't hear nobody else out there in the chat. Who the fuck's with me?
No one's with you.
No one's against me either.
Well,
Is anybody listening?
yeah. Oh yeah, we got people listening. No, O-Dog says top 3 rebounder. Yeah, he's like.
But Hall of Fame.
Okay, Rodman. Let me see. I'll
But
ask the
Hall of
question.
Fame, O-Dog? By the way, how you feel this morning?
Oh yeah, he was so drunk last night. He was so
He
hammered.
was hammered last
Renee, he got on the Twitch with us last night, hammered out of his mind, bro.
Was he MC Hammered?
Dude,
Yes,
he
he
was
was.
MC Hammer. All right, here we go, Knocker.
No, come on, people, chime in. Hall of Fame or no?
I put the question in, so we'll see what they write back. As they do that,
Come on, Dr. Rob, where are you? Hall of Fame or no?
the 30
Murph,
for 30,
where are you?
30 for 30 is coming out
Okay.
with him, and I just want to play the preview of it because it's pretty cool. It brings you back to a lot of moments.
I think
with
he was
Rodman.
awesome. I
think
do.
you're
I
wrong.
loved
I think
loved
you're wrong.
watching him play.
All
He
right.
was vital to them
Was
winning.
this a big image-building campaign? Who is the real Dennis Rodman?
The force of nature that he was undeniable. He was Jimi Hendrix and Wilt Chamberlain.
Rodman turned the NBA upside down on his head. You never think back and say to yourself, now Dennis Rodman, which one was he?
Dennis was a very clingy child. He was very shy.
Skinny, he was awkward.
I think he missed a father figure.
Constantly battling his inner demons.
Dennis Rodman did dirty work better than anybody in NBA history.
Rodman has had a difficult and emotional time this season.
Did I believe he was going to shoot himself at the Palace at Bourbon Hills? Yes.
Oh my God, here comes the legend of Dennis Rodman.
He freaked out a lot of people in the sports world.
It became more about performance art than performance.
I'm going to give them what they want, okay?
That's what made him Dennis Rodman, the parties.
Everything came apart at the same time.
Shut up! Don't hit it!
I just wished I could see my son more often.
You cannot send Dennis to North Korea.
I'm not an ambassador. I'm Dennis Rodman.
He was an accidental hero.
You don't have to like him.
He is a lone rebel.
My dad is a really beautiful person.
There's never been another Dennis Rodman.
Wow, people say that? That's funny as hell, huh?
Yeah, it looks so good. I can't wait to see that.
I can't wait either.
I saw the Ric Flair.
I mean,
one.
those were my Lakers. That was my era, watching him and the Pistons.
I think you're hard to dig out of this ditch you're in, though. That Renee made a really good point, Knocker. Though, like
different sports, totally.
But your whole thing is
thing.
role. Your whole thing is it's a role player. You're like, I'm not putting role players in.
Right, but how can you compare him to Michael Jordan?
I'm not.
Okay, well,
everybody in the Hall of Fame has to be Jordan. There's guys in the Hall of Fame that aren't even close to Jordan.
Pretty much, though. They're the best of the best of their era, the best of the best. They're Jordans of their
You
era.
said Robert Horry is a Hall of Famer. Now you're saying he's just as close to Michael Jordan? You're insane.
No, I'm not. In his era, he deserves the 7 rings alone.
Renee, my dad's gone crazy.
The seven rings alone get him in. Period. I don't care if he was a fluffer. 7 rings gets you in. Okay? But is Rodman Jerry West? No. Is Rodman Kobe Bryant? No.
O-Dog says he thinks deserves to be in. Dr. Rob says they always say defense wins championships. That is what Rodman did. I consider him a Hall of Famer. You're getting nobody.
Okay, fine. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe in
Come
retrospect.
on, people. Rodman Hall of Fame. It's a question
Maybe
of the
I'm
night.
wrong.
Rodman Hall of Fame.
Just
Dennis
off the top.
Rodman. I love how he's still raising his hand.
Off the top of my head, I don't vote him in. I don't.
Yes.
Do I think he's phenomenal?
Excuse me, Renee. Renee raised his hand.
This one's for
Mr.
Knocker.
Cotter.
Okay, so here's a trivia question for you, since we were talking about kickers.
Okay.
Who was the last kicker to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
Jan Stenerud.
Is that how do you pronounce his name?
Jan Stenerud.
Jan Stenerud?
Number 3 for Kansas City Chiefs.
Correct.
Oh, but he should be in. And
Absolutely. Change the game.
Role player.
Change the game.
What, Rodman didn't change the game in a way? Rodman changed
No,
it.
he
You can
did.
get a guy that can manipulate people's fucking
You know
heads.
what? Okay, you can talk me into this.
He's only one of 5. Really. He's one of 5 kicking specialists that have ever been inducted in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
I can back down. I can back down on
I'm
this.
glad you are.
And yes, they don't win without him. Neither do the Lakers win one of their championships without him. Yeah, he changed the game. All those accolades in that little blip right there.
Yeah.
They're all true. So maybe I can back off. Maybe there is a little bit of
I appreciate
just
you
he's one-dimensional.
doing that.
He's totally and completely one-dimensional. But he did change the game, and for that fact alone, maybe he should be in. So I can be convinced otherwise.
I
Jan
appreciate your
Stenerud
honesty.
changed the game. Okay, Pete Gogolak for the Giants was the first soccer-style kicker.
Okay.
But Jan Stenerud took it to the just the next level.
But how though as a kicker? What did he do?
Yardage,
Was it just
clutch kicks.
Okay.
Super Bowl win. Just
Adam
the scoring points, the
Vinatieri
amount
gets
of
in,
points.
right?
Okay.
Of course he does.
just
Clutch
being
kicks.
accurate?
Yes.
Okay.
But he did miss the one kick in one of the greatest games ever played on Christmas Day, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, when the Dolphins ended up going to the Super Bowl for the very first time. They played a double overtime game. Kansas City, Stenerud missed a kick that would have won the game.
Wow.
The only clutch miss he ever had in his entire life. Gary Premium kicks a winning field goal for Miami. They go on to the Super Bowl. The very next year, they go 14-0. Wow. Very cool
So I
stuff.
have a good comparison for you as well. You are a pro DH guy getting into Hall of Fame or not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, if you're pro DH getting in, you have to be pro Dennis Rodman.
Okay,
because
like I said,
both-
I'm riding with you now. Okay, I'm down with
good.
this.
Okay, I like it. All right.
Okay,
good, good.
okay. You guys have very convincing arguments, and I'm an honest guy.
All
Yeah,
right.
okay.
All right.
I can vote him in.
I just
That's
wanna
cool.
make sure we're okay there.
Because he
All right.
was the best at what he did. There's no doubt about it. Unbelievable how this guy could get rebounds.
Yeah, I've never seen anything
Best
like that
rebounder
before.
and small guy since Elgin Baylor.
Who would you? It's kind of cool because you know a lot of sports here. Who would you say the Dennis Rodman of the NHL was?
Of the NHL?
Yeah, like when you've seen all these players. Like, who was a player that you were like, man, yeah, he's like a Dennis Rodman
Dave
guy.
Schultz.
A guy that had like one good skill, like you said, like rebounding, and then
McSorley.
McSorley is McSorley in the Hall of Fame?
No, he's never. He won't be. In the Hall
because
of
of
Fame.
what happened.
He won't be in the Hall of Fame. But just pure defenseman. Dennis Potvin, he's in the Hall of Fame. Pretty tough question there.
Yeah.
I'd have to really go back a few years and think about this. Clark Gillies.
No. All right. I just want to see if Twan was on the phone yet. Sorry, it's supposed to be 6:26. So let's take a break. Hit him up real quick, Knocker. We're going to take a quick break here. Play a little bit of Renee at the break here. Renee, you pull up some of your stuff. All right, when we get back, we should have Antwan Staley on the phone. All NFL from now on right now, guys. We're going to talk with him about the AFC East. We're going to go by power rankings. We're going to go over our predictions for the division, our winners. A couple of you got knocked the fuck out. It's only white people. What the fuck news later in the show. So stick around. Again, call the show 626-208-9040. But they'll be closed for the next 20 minutes, so call after that. We'll be back after. Welcome back. Sportscast live here on a Thursday. But you guys download the show on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher Radio. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Also on Twitch at Sportscast Squad. And sign up for free. Our Pigskin Pig contest. $200 giveaway for free. Come and try and beat the three of us. No spreads. You just pick winners every week. Free to sign up on ESPN. Even Knocker can do it. That's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. Also, if you guys want to get in our fantasy league, we have 5 spots open. So we keep the top 5 from last year. And we'll draw a hat probably next week, our next show. So if you want to get in, add you to the list, let us know. But right now, just a second, I'm gonna get Tim. Don't bring him in yet. I gotta get our grunt in. I gotta let him hear our full gruntage right now. This is Antwan. Staley, just for you real quick. We're gonna bring you in with our famous NFL grunt. Here we go. Is that not the best entrance you've ever had to a podcast or a radio show, Mr. Staley?
I had to say it's pretty much up there. So, yeah, I appreciate it.
What is going on, my brother, man? Haven't talked to you on the podcast since last year, man. I'm checking your tweets out and this and that. And how you been, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Fantastic, man. Life is good right now. Life is really, really, really good
starting
right now. Football's starting. We got a big game coming up in 8 days. We've got the Gators. The Gators against the U. A lot of trash talk going on back and forth right now. What is your take on this? This is a hugely important game, even though it's the first game of the season for both these programs. This is a huge game, is it not?
Well, yeah, Miami's trying to regroup and rebound from their 7th season a year ago. They didn't live up to expectations with the top 10 team coming into preseason, and then just got whacked against LSU last year in Dallas, and they never really recovered from that. So they got a new head coach in Manny Diaz. Mark Richt ended up retiring. Have a new quarterback in Jaron Williams, and they're hoping for big things, hoping to try to rebound and recapture their glory for 2 years ago, where they went 10-3 and ended up playing in the Orange Bowl. And for the Gators, they went 10-3 last year, and they'll probably be preseason ranked top 10 this year as well, and looking to try to make moves in the SEC as well, and with a big statement game over the one of their big rivals, Miami.
Yeah, that would be a big thing for them. I'm sorry, Josh, I know you wanted NFL, but this is the first game coming up, so that's why I jumped into the NCAA. The Gators have an iffy quarterback, but they do have a defense that is just absolutely legit. They really crushed some people last year, and even some of the games they lost, it wasn't the defense's fault. Now, you said Miami's coming off a 10-3. You know, they were really expected to do some big things last year, especially, you know, with Richter. He was supposed to be the savior and all that, and they just stumbled and just didn't look good near the end of the year. So, you know, new coach, new enthusiasm. But, you know, Florida wins this game. They can run it on out and then play Georgia in what would be an epic game for the SEC. I believe that would be the SEC East, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think a lot of people were surprised by the play of Franks last year. I mean, he definitely, in the second half, I thought he played a lot better than he did early on in the season. So, and you look at his stats, I think Mullen did a really good job with him, just managing the game. He kind of took what the defense gave him and also used his legs when he had to. So this year I'm looking for a little bit more maturation from him, a little bit better accuracy. And if they can do that, I mean, who knows? Maybe the SEC East is winning that is a possibility, and beating Georgia. I still like the Bulldogs to win the division, but it wouldn't surprise me if I actually predicted Florida to go 10-2 this year, which I think everybody would be. A lot of people, Gator fans, would be satisfied.
They'd be satisfied with that. What do you think of the ACC? There was some stuff with Dabo, you know, saying, I'm tired of hearing about Alabama having to play in the SEC and that they're tired and worn out and all this other crap. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, that might have been a really good argument. The SEC, to me, right now, they have maybe 4 just really, really good teams, whereas before you could go 10 teams deep in that conference: Mississippi State, Mississippi, Missouri, Texas A&M. You could South Carolina. You could really go down. I mean, even Vanderbilt for a minute. You could really go deep in that conference, and it's not the same. I think the ACC it was a little down last year, but I think the competition in the ACC is coming up and starting to match that of the SEC. What do you think?
I don't think it's as deep as the SEC, even though I know the SEC isn't what they used to be as far as being a 10-team deep. But as far as the competition of football, yeah, I still think it's a little bit above some of the other conferences out there. As far as the ACC, yeah, I enjoy watching ACC football. Yeah, Syracuse had a really good season last year, surprised a lot of people. So, yeah, I definitely think they're a team to watch out this upcoming year. NC State had a pretty good year last year. I think they'll be a little down. They lost a lot of people. But you look at this year, I think Virginia, is a team that a lot of people are going to be looking at, especially considering their schedule. They have a very favorable schedule. They are the favorites to win the ACC Coastal this year, and it wouldn't surprise anybody. I mean, actually, you look at their schedule, they probably should win 10 games just based on who they play. So, yeah, I mean, the ACC, they're not what the SEC is as far as depth,
but it's
the
getting
quality
closer.
of teams, yeah, it's definitely up there.
Hey, I'm sorry, Josh, I'm kind of hogging this conversation here, but, I'm the college football guy, so I'm really excited to have somebody that knows what the hell's going on the phone. I'll let you take the NFL questions.
Yeah, I'm good.
One other thing, man. Were you
I'm learning right now.
Were you as shocked as I was at what happened to Louisville? Not only record-wise, but performance-wise and attitude-wise, it was an absolute implosion and a disgrace coming off of, the Lamar Jackson years and Teddy Bridgewater and just they were right there. They were right there for 3 years, and just last year was just an embarrassment.
What's funny is you mentioned that I actually came out with predictions for Avalon Sports. We do these game by game predictions each year, and I predicted Louisville to finish 4-8. And I had a lot of people from their fan base not necessarily like that too much, and they came at me pretty hard last year and just said a lot of things that really, really hurt my feelings a whole lot.
Damn.
If you can just tell. But
But you're living and dying with that Louisville base, right?
Yeah. But ultimately, about more than halfway through the year, some of those Saints fans were like, yeah, you're right. I thought it was going to be rough without Lamar Jackson. I thought he kind of, took away, I guess you could say, he
hid the weaknesses
that they had on offense and defense, really, for that team. He just kind of covered them up. And for the way his playmaking ability is, and without him, and without him a quarterback be able to do that, I just thought they wasn't going to be as good of a team, and I just bottomed out. And of course, Petrino got fired, and there's a new regime there. It's got Satterfield.
That was just ugly so fast.
Yeah.
But, okay, man, go to NFL.
Well,
Josh.
that's a good segue because also what's getting ugly is the situation down in Miami with the Dolphins right now. Especially with they go and get Josh Rosen. You think that he's going to come in and they're going to give him the starting job. Now it looks like Ryan Fitzpatrick's going to be the game one starter of a 40-year-old quarterback. Now I'm not taking anything away from Fitzmagic over here. He's had a good seasons here there. But wasn't the whole point, Twan, to get Josh Rosen over here to try and build a team around him, or what's going on over there?
Well, you don't want to just hand somebody the job. You want to make them earn it, and I think that's what they want to do with Rosen. They don't want him to feel entitled, like, yeah, you're coming in a situation where you should win. We're not just going to give you the job. You're going to have to earn it and take it away from this veteran Fitzpatrick. I think he's going to ultimately start. I don't know if he's going to start against the Ravens week 1, but he's going to play at some point because they need to find out what they have in them just to see if they need to take a drug quarterback next year. So they're in a perfect situation, whereas if it works out with Rosen, that's great. I mean, you think you might have your quarterback for the future, but if not, you can just totally bottom out and be in a position to take Tua, Justin Herbert, or Jordan Love, or any other quarterbacks that's going to be highly selected in the 2020 NFL draft.
So would you say this is almost a throwaway season for the Dolphins? I mean, you're really hoping, if you're the Dolphins, I mean, let's be real here and be realistic. You're trying to get a number 1 top 3 pick here, right?
I think they want to just change the coach. They understand they're not going to be good. You got a new head coach in Brian Flores coming from New England. They wasn't very talented to begin with. They were a very mediocre team, and they kind of stripped that down. So what they're doing is kind of stripping it down, trying to build it back up to a team that can have success for many years to come. And it's going to take time. Those things don't happen overnight, and they realize that this year's probably going to be a bit of a wash for them. So they're going to just say, well, you know what, we're going to play some young guys. Hopefully they can get better, bring in some veterans there for leadership, and just kind of see what happens. But, yeah, I don't know if they're going to be the worst team in football, but I think probably about 5 wins, maybe 6. Sounds about right for the Dolphins this upcoming year.
All right. For those fantasy players out there, I don't know if you're a fantasy player, Twan, or not, but give me one guy in the Dolphins that might surprise you this year. Maybe he'll come out from the woodwork. Someone that maybe is not a number one guy right now, but could make some noise maybe later in the season.
Well, if you like running backs, which I know running backs are very valuable in fantasy football, Kalen Ballage, I think, is a guy you can look out for. He was taken in the 4th round of the NFL draft last year. Played a little bit, had a big game against Minnesota late in the year, and I definitely think he'll get a lot of carries and potentially may start the season at running back. So if you're looking for a fantasy guy to take later on, I definitely think he'd be a good pick.
Okay, I like it. So Caleb Ballage, guys, get him for running back right now. A little sleeper pick.
Now, was the worst thing that happened to the Dolphins, because it kind of happened to Chicago too, that 13-3 year. So is kind of the worst thing that happened to the Dolphins was they had a really good run maybe like 2 years ago, where they played really well for a while, and the excitement started to build, and then the offseason, the expectations were built up, and then they just fell flat on their face, because that could happen sometimes. Now, was that just something that just you wish wouldn't have happened, and they would have continued to build, not thinking that they were already there?
Well, yeah. Well, I think you're talking about 2016 when they made the playoffs. They finished 10-6,
right?
And then, and that was Adam Gates' first year.
Right.
So, I mean, that year they just kind of playing with house money, and they don't necessarily know. Everything went right for them. They won a lot of close games that they shouldn't have, and everything just went right for them. And they ended up signing a lot of players with some bad contracts, and they put them really in salary cap hell. So, I mean, and to be honest with you, that was a bad case scenario, because the next season they come out and try to do some of the same things with the same players, and they end up finishing 6-10. Now, I know Ryan Tannehill got hurt and replaced by Jay Cutler, but I don't know if that Tannehill would have made that big of a difference.
No, obviously he's gone.
With the Dolphins anyway.
Exactly. So, well, hey, Twan, man, I appreciate you taking the time out to call the show, dude. You know we support you. Is there anything you want to plug?
You add legitimacy to this.
Yeah, where can they find your work at? Give yourself a little shout out here at the end of the show here.
You find me, Antwan Staley on Twitter. Also find my work at Avalon Sports. But probably the best way to find my work is at Twitter, because I always tweet out articles that I do and my takes on sports and stuff all the time.
Good stuff.
All right, well, man, thank you for taking the time and come on the show, and we'll talk to you again later in the season.
All right, that sounds good. Y'all take care.
Truly appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother.
Man.
That's a sharp dude, man.
You actually get some knowledge now.
Yeah, that's a sharp dude.
So if you're looking, you know what? Gave you a little sleeper there in fantasy,
right?
So you're all good to go. All right, Knock. Well, after that, I think we need to get in everyone's favorite segment on the show. Now, let's see. Where is it here? I got to find it.
You better find it.
I have to find it. I know you know what I'm looking for.
You better find it.
Oh, my God. Where is it? I think it's over here.
Oh, my God.
I'm trying to find it. Say something.
I'll say something. You look like me looking for my Johnson on some cold nights.
I found it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Does it get small?
Yeah, like George Costanza. I was in the pool!
Shrinkage. God, such a good episode. And he runs in. He's like, ah! This fucking George. Swear to God, Jackie watched that show and she was pregnant. Because remember Friends and then Seinfeld would come on late at night right after back-to-back. All right, Knocker, here we go. Everyone's favorite, the first of 2019, the Guru's Power Rankings.
Go Power Rankings.
Go Power Rankings.
Renee, you have to do it.
Go Power Rankings.
That's how I drive my car.
Right. Thank you, Kenny.
Oh my God, it's good stuff right there. Such good stuff. Now everyone's looking forward to this. You guys can criticize me. I don't care, because you know what? It's my show, and I will do with it what I will. Here we go, Knocker. First up, our number 10 team. Again, you're probably going to disagree here. Do you think that I have Cleveland in my top 10, Knocker?
You better.
Would you put him in your top 10?
You have no legitimacy if you don't.
Well, Knocker.
You're a fraud if you don't. A fake.
Number 10.
The Cleveland Browns. They just get in my top 10. Only because the moves that they made in the offseason. I know I've been critical of them. And I know that I think that Baker's going to fall flat on his face at some point during the season. But they've got a very good personnel around them.
Yes, they do, and a very favorable schedule.
They've got a good running back, a good wide receiver, one of the good tight end.
You're talking about Landry, right?
Yeah.
Not Odell, right?
I'm talking. Well, but they've got a really good. They've got a good system over there right now. But things will implode, and by week 6, they will no longer be in my power ranking.
Wow. Okay.
They have a cupcake schedule first couple games, so they'll stay there.
All right.
Mid-season, they will fall out, and then they will go down.
I got 20 says you have no choice but to put him.
Oh my God,
they're
not going to be this. So Cleveland, you get the number 10 spot. Knocker, are you okay with that right now? Would you put them higher in your top 10?
I'd put them right there. Yeah, I think that's okay.
You think that's okay?
I might have them like at 8, but no big deal.
All right.
Number 9.
Number 9, Knocker. I gotta get to it. Hang on. Sorry, I lost my page. Hang on. I know this is not good radio, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna find my stuff, Knocker. Hang on.
I can't dance forever. I can't entertain him with my dancing forever.
Sorry, here we go. The Green Bay Packers, baby.
What?
Yep. Aaron Rodgers, Knocker.
My God.
Matt LaFleur's new offense. They've got
off your knees.
They've got one of the
Brett Favre. How you
choking on some
Brett Favre.
God's the best, dude. He's just choking on such a bag of dicks. Yes, Knocker. Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers are going to go ahead and be my number 9 team going into the season. They've got one of the best defenses that he's ever had behind him right now. I'm not saying it in the league. I said behind him. Okay? They drafted a lot of good defensive players. I think they're going to be good this season. I think it's a show-me year for Aaron Rodgers. I got Aaron Rodgers and the Packers at number 9.
Wow. New coach. It's not going to work.
You don't think so? You don't think so? All right, Knocker.
The Packers implode this year.
Number 8.
Number 8. Now, this may change because this injury just came down. I had the Colts at number 8 here, Knocker.
Captain Andrew Luck goes down.
I'm really sad because I really like Andrew Luck. I think he's a good player, but this
now
injury
you really
scares
have
me.
To start to worry.
This injury really scares me against the ankle, Knocker. Once again, they say he's not going to play any preseason, and he's going to be iffy coming into game 1. And they got a really good team this year, Knocker. They've got some good players. That young running back that they have right now is really, really good. They got T.Y. Hilton's still one of the best receivers in the league right now.
They have a solid unit.
They do.
Absolutely.
They've got a defense with some talent, but if Andrew Luck can't stay on the field, then they're just not a good team. But right now,
they're a 500 team without him.
Now, assuming that Andrew Luck can come back from this and they'll be okay game 1, I'm going to put them as my number 8.
I think Cleveland's better than both of the 2 teams you have in front of them.
Really?
Absolutely. I think they play head-to-head. Cleveland wins both those games.
Wow. Really? You think that
Yes.
the Colts played the Browns?
Yes.
The Browns, oh my God. With the healthy Andrew Luck?
Yes. I still think
Number
Cleveland's better
7.
than that team.
You're crazy, dude. You're just insane. All right, number 7, Knocker. Gonna give it up to the Chicago Bears here, Knocker.
Bears.
Wait, no? Are you laughing at my picks right now?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't even have the Browns in your top 10? I mean, the Bears in your top 10? Knocker.
Maybe 10.
Knocker, the Bears have the best defense in the league. Okay, so for that reason alone, the top 10 team for me. Because what is your
They had the
philosophy?
best
defense wins
Yeah, but
championship.
they had the best
Play
defense
one,
last
say,
year.
Give me another Bear. That's right.
They had the best defense last year.
What's it? Okay, they were good last year.
Yeah, but they didn't make the playoffs.
Okay, well, they were in a tough division.
Please. Are you serious? A
Yes.
tough division? Are you serious right now? Are you really serious with me right now?
Yes. I think
That's a tough division.
Yes, Minnesota, Green Bay, yes.
Minnesota tanked when they lost their quarterback. They really jacked up. The
You're pissing
Lions
off
are in
Rob
that
now.
division.
Now you're really
The
pissing them
Lions
off.
are in that division.
Now you're really
the
pissing
Lions.
them off. Okay, so what? God, so you disagree with that?
Totally and completely.
They're not even in your
The
top.
Browns are better than all 3 of those teams.
Wow, Knocker, you were just riding that. How much? God, I hope you use lube when you do that with Baker. I really do. Here we go.
Number 6.
Number 6, Knocker. I'm going to give it up for the
Give me
Chargers.
some more. I'll get crazier.
Can you agree with me on the Chargers? Is my
Yes.
number? God, I love your sound. Are you going to have a full array this year? Are you going to have every team
I'm going to have
this
an
year?
Olsenart, pretty much,
Okay,
dude.
good. All right.
I don't have anything for the 49ers, though. I need to think of something for the 49ers.
Didn't you do like the Seven Dwarves singing or something like one year because of the miners? The
that's a
49er
good one.
miners? Like, didn't you do that one year? You need to find something though. For
I
that.
do.
Maybe
I need ideas. Shoot me ideas on Twitter.
Maybe just do like gay men having
Gold,
sex in San
Gold by
Francisco.
Spandau Ballet.
Like
The song
Goldfinger.
Gold.
Okay.
Do it. Goldfinger. Yeah,
Goldfinger.
they're mining for gold, right? 49ers Gold,
Gold
Rush.
member.
Right?
Oh, Gold Rush.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Now, Knocker, my number 6 team, give me the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Now, I think I'd actually put them a little higher, my top 5, if I knew what Melvin Gordon was going to do or what they're going to pay for.
And based on something happening every single effing year, you put them up high.
Exactly.
Right?
Keenan Allen getting hurt halfway through the season. They got Mike Williams, Knocker, still Phillip Rivers. You know what you're going to get from him. Leader of the team, going to probably be there every game. So the Chargers at number 6. So that's one team. Now, you think the Browns are better than them?
No, I do not.
Okay. So we stop there.
Yes.
All right, Knocker. Here's my top 5. Here we go.
Number 5.
Number 5, Knocker. Gonna go with the Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz can stay in the field, man. There's no reason this team won't win that division. All right, Knocker. They're going to beat the Redskins, I think, both times this year. I think the Redskins are rebuilding. They're not a very good team right now. They should be the Giants both times. They probably split with the Cowboys. Let's just say that. And I think they win the division at 10-6.
Okay.
And I'm going to go with Carson Wentz. If he can stay healthy, I think Eagles, they're a Super Bowl contender.
Absolutely.
I think,
They sure are.
It's not like if we're next season, Knocker, and we're in December, like, man, the Eagles look good.
Right.
Like, we're not going to be like, wow. They
Right. Well, what the hell happened with them?
Exactly. So I'm going to go with them
Sure.
at number 4 there, Knocker.
No problem with that.
I mean, number 5. So, number 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to go with your Rams.
Okay.
Number 4 here, Knock. Sean McVay, still one of the best coaches in the league. Wade Phillips, still one of the best defensive coaches in the league. You've got your favorite guy, Cooper Kupp, coming back.
Coming back healthy, baby.
Jared Goff, they're saying that he's put on about 15 pounds, looks a lot bigger, looks a little bit, his arm, he's already got a big arm, but just looks stocked up a little bit. Could take a little bit more beating, got a little more cushion. I think it's going to be questionable what the running back situation is. I think that Gurley, if he can stay healthy, is good. I think that's always going to be a question mark.
I think they're going to go more platoon this year. I think they won't work him as hard as they have in the past. So I think they might be a little more by committee. On defense they lost Sue in the middle, but they've drafted well again. They free agent well again. I think the Rams are right there. I think they definitely are right there.
Yeah, for some reason, though, like you always think teams got a Super Bowl hangover. I don't get that
like
from
the
the
Eagles
Rams.
last year.
Right, but I don't get it from the
No,
Rams.
not with
and
McVay.
for this reason, because I think that they got
Everybody's
a
healthy.
young team. They were everyone healthy. They got beat by Bill Belichick and the Patriots in a close game.
Right, in a close
in a
game.
really not big offensive game. They got beat on one play by Tom Brady, pretty much.
Sir.
Going down
One
the
drive.
run drive, and you can take it. It's not like they got blown out or anything like a Cam Newton did against against Denver that one year. So I think they come back. I think they win their division. I think they get home field advantage in that first round. And I think they're right there in the end.
Absolutely.
So I'll put them my number 4 team here. Number 3, you can probably guess who this is, Knocker.
Number 3.
The Saints. I think the Saints signing Michael Thomas to that contract, good, lock him up. Only thing that scares me is Drew Brees towards the end of the season. His arm looked really slow, Knocker. He couldn't get the ball down the field, coming up short in a lot of deep throws. I think the running game's going to be there. I think that the offense will be there. Let's see how the defense, they came back. But I don't know. I think the Saints are right there now.
I think their biggest hurdle is the division that they're in.
And not letting what happened in the playoffs haunt them.
3 years in a row. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if Carolina plays to their potential and so does Atlanta, then you're talking splitting those games, and then it makes it tough.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right.
Number 2.
Got to go with the Patriots in this one, Knocker. The Patriots are still right there. Tom Brady coming back. Bill Belichick. What else? So I don't need to go into why the Patriots are a top 3 team. Everyone knows they are. Until Tom Brady goes down, they'll stay in the top 3. Or we see
Until somebody beats them.
And
number 1.
And the favorite this year, I think, going in is the Chiefs. Yeah, minus a couple players that they have from last year, but still the nucleus is there. Kelsey's still there. Young quarterback looks great. Andy Reid. Defense should be there as well. They still have that great home field advantage. And until someone can stop that kid at quarterback and running around and slinging the ball, I got to put my number 1 too.
Yeah. I have no problem from 6 on up.
You got no problem 6 on up, so you're okay.
Yep.
But, so the Browns is where, again, you have problems.
Well, there's a lot of, the Bears, Colts, and Packers are interchangeable with Carolina if they play well. They're interchangeable with Atlanta. Even Dallas if they actually can, come together and, stop bitching. San Francisco has a shot to get there. Seattle's lurking right there on the edge.
Yeah,
you got a
San
lot
Francisco
of
is on
teams.
the edge. I put Dallas on the edge if they
Mhm.
get their shit
You
together.
got a
they're
lot
right
of
on
teams
the edge
just
as
on the
well.
outside looking in. Minnesota also.
Yep, I agree with you on that, definitely. So, all right, let's take another quick break here. We get back, we cover a little bit more NFL stuff here, then we get to some fun videos, and we'll get the hell out of here. So, you guys can call the show 626-208-9040 is the number again. You can join the Fantasy League for free, Pick 'em League for free. Follow us all on Twitter. Check out the show, spread the word. Grab another quick drink. We'll be back right after this.
Free from not breathing, your non-flesh iron lung, seeking your soft salt skin, baby. I'm dreaming up your skies again. Wish that I could be there. Wish that I was free there. Moments so forgotten, moments in disguise. Old moments, they all just get pushed aside. What if I was free to live this life again? Oh, if I was free, live this life again. Here we are, yeah. You soothe me, you move me, you make me believe that I'm flying again. And this is me inside, I'm flesh and bone, baby. With you, I'm alive. I wish you could believe, but you always run and hide. I wish you could believe again, baby. You know your dreams can always come alive, but you're unpractical, unlogical. Your stupid mistakes, baby, are so hard to make out. And I know it sounds crazy, baby, but maybe it's just fate. Here we are, yeah. You soothe me, you move me, you make me believe that I'm flying again. And this is me inside, I'm flesh and bone, baby. With you I'm alive,
There we are.
Sorry, right when I was doing that, I got a message. So.
No worries. Well, welcome back to the show. Appreciate everyone checking in tonight. All the podcasters, know we love you. Appreciate it. Sportscast family for life. I love you guys. iTunes, iHeartRadio, all that, Stitcher Radio, YouTube. Just go follow, subscribe, Twitch, all that good stuff. Won't bore you with it anymore. All right, we get back right now. We're going to get to Shot of the Week, everyone's favorite segment. You guys can all join in as well. All right, Knocker, I'm going to get to I'll go to you first before I pull mine up, so go ahead.
Okay. I don't know if I'm going to go negative or not, but anyway, I was going to give it up for the Dodgers just for having a phenomenal year so far. Kudos to Jim Rome for backing me up about Cleveland.
Yeah.
Just stepping up and telling Cowherd he can basically pound sand. That Cleveland's not here just to be here. They're here to take no prisoners. They're really here to make a difference and do something good. Thanks, Romy, for legitimizing what I've been saying. Shot of the week to Albert Pujols for setting another record for the most hits by a foreign-born player in Major League Baseball. Kudos to you, number 5. And we talked about Lonzo Ball a little bit earlier. I mentioned this last night on Sports Squad. The sleeve that he just had made I'm not sure if it's left arm. I think it's his left arm. But for influential black people, Obama and Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks, this is immaculate. Whoever did this work was unbelievably good. And just, I'm not a real tattoo guy, but this was special. This is really cool. If you get a chance, look it up, look at the work, and just appreciate, what it's there for. And then, like we were talking earlier, I think, he's telling his dad, look, man, I'm a grown-ass man now. You had your dreams, and it was for you, not necessarily for me. You wanted to create this thing. I just want to play basketball, man. I just want to play basketball and be my own man, and for him to pay tribute to his heritage, to pay tribute to his heritage that way, I think is just a really cool thing.
Nice. All right. Well, you guys said Mr. Awesome's on the phone? Yeah. What up, Mr. Awesome? Here we go.
Are big and bright.
I even got my shirt on, homie. I even got my shirt on.
What's up?
I saw that.
What's going
I
on?
just want to call in and give a shout of the week, man.
Go for it.
Well, I'm giving a shout out to my daughter, who once again just went out of her way to impress me. She is now a member of the football team.
Nice.
She went out there and she is now the official. She's the official filmer for the football team. So she's filming all the practices.
Okay,
that's
cool.
Giving the game film to study. So
very nice. That's awesome. That's
She's
a great
going to
job.
be that.
She went out of her comfort zone and just doing something completely out of her wheel zone and just
good for
went
her.
and did it.
That's all. She's like that.
Yeah.
Going to be like that little girl. Remember the Titans. That little
Exactly.
girl.
Not now. Not now.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Talk about dolls. Hey, how do you like me ranking your Chiefs number 1 in my power rankings?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Well,
I
it's
think
gonna be
that's where
good
they need
this
to
year.
be.
I know it's gonna be right there, man. And how about your Houston Astros pulling the trigger,
Right.
getting cranky over there, man?
Oh man, I can tell you right now, I was pissed because I thought the deadline was over. Thought everything was done, nothing had happened, and I even put it all on her face, like blasting them for not doing the damn thing. And then right after I hit enter, the deal went down. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I was like a complete idiot.
Egg face.
Exactly.
That's all
I had
good,
to
though.
back that
So
ass up.
it's gonna be an epic series, man. If the Yankees and Houston get together in the the American League Championship Series, man, that'll be an awesome thing to watch.
It will be.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
I want the Dodgers. I want the Dodgers in the World Series, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
that might very well happen.
All right,
But we
so
got to
do
get
we.
past. They always worry me though, man. In the playoffs, they got to get over the hump, which they have the last 2 years. But now we just need to win it all.
Odds tell you they can't do it 3 years in a row, right?
Well, we'll see.
Right?
They're the Dodgers,
We'll
man.
see, we'll see.
They've been breaking my heart for years. so
Right?
No shit.
We'll
no
see.
shit, man. Well, hey, dude, big shout out to your daughter. Say what up for the Sportscast family, dude.
That's cool.
And, yeah, good
Will
call. I
do,
appreciate
will
it, man. Good for, are you gonna get you won in the fantasy league, of course, right? And the Pick'ems
Yes,
mixer.
of course I do.
And get in the whole
Absolutely.
family into the Pick'ems league and rock it for us. So we'll put you guys in there. We're gonna do the drawing next week.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
All right, and I will dominate and kill your league once again. How many years have I won in your league now? How many years have I won?
You won like once.
Oh bullshit! Oh, I need my hang on.
Where's the bullshit
Yeah,
liver
hang on.
here?
I
Last
need this.
year.
Where is it?
Last year.
Where is it? God damn it! Where is it?
I call bullshit on
Yeah.
that. Where's Mark Long?
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay,
I
maybe
want to
twice.
see
Maybe
no
twice, but that's it.
3 or 4 times.
4. I won at least twice. I haven't doing it that well.
I want to see the
we'll have to do
standings.
some research. One of you is right, one of you is
We'll
wrong.
put you in
find
our
out
league
next
again.
week on the Sportscast.
I'm probably wrong, but oh well.
No, it's okay. And just so you know, Murph said that his wife wants in the fantasy league this year just so she can win the trophy with the dildo. It's like my wife wants in this year. She wants the trophy real bad, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
I'm not sure Dr. Rob wants to give the dildo up.
I
I'm
know.
just saying.
We'll
you know?
see, Dr. Rob. So, all right, Ken, we'll put you in, man, and then tune in next week, and we'll let you know who's in.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Say hi to the say hi to the family, man.
Take care. Stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
He just hates that.
He does. And I have the shirt on, too. It says the same thing. I have the shirt on right now that he gave me that says Deep in the Heart of Texas.
Very nice.
That's fantastic. All right, Knocker. Renee, you got a shot real quick?
Shot real quick.
Yep.
Thanks for coming out to the birthday party. That
Dude,
whole,
one of the funnest
that whole
times
thing
I've
was
ever had, dude.
fantastic. It was so
It was
much fun to have all my
fucking
friends and
awesome.
family there. And we're going to the Quakes game tomorrow. It's dollar beer night.
Very nice.
Yeah, I get to see Chris Taylor rehab. He's rehabbing in
Is he really?
Rancho. Yeah.
All right.
So you get to watch at least a major league player.
Very
minor
cool.
league.
Yeah.
So doing that tomorrow.
Wait, who's rehabbing?
Chris Taylor, CT3.
Oh, from the Dodgers?
Yeah.
Oh,
The one who saved their ass with that catch last year.
It's actually a really cool way to go see it because they have like $5 beers and shit.
It's
They got,
dollar beer on
$1. It's dollar beer tomorrow.
That's just dangerous.
Uber.
All right, Knocker. We know that everyone knows the movie Field of Dreams, right? And everyone knows the famous.
Is
saying
this
from
your
it.
shot of the week or
Yeah.
what's
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And everyone knows the famous saying, "If you build it,
Right, they will
it will
come."
come."
Mhm.
Well, this guy decided to take that saying to a new meaning, where he actually literally turned his backyard into it looks like a wiffle ball, full-on field with bleachers. This might be the best. Did you see this, Renee?
No, but I used to be in a wiffle ball league where one of my buddies I went to the backyard.
He's gonna be.
Dude, look at he's got this is in the dude's backyard. Like he's got a full-on stadium.
That's sweet.
Spa right there. You can
That's
spa in the
fun,
you'd be like the
dude.
Diamondbacks. You could have the spa on the
I
outside.
want to play in that.
Right?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being with their homies, bro? You're like family's over. No, that's pretty badass.
I thought you were going with the Yankees and another team have agreed to play on the actual Field of Dreams in Iowa. They are going to play an actual American League game that counts.
No way. That
yes,
can't be true.
yes. You look it up. Look it up.
That can't. Where are they going to put people? Are they having people watch?
They may not have anybody watch. I'm just telling you. Look it up.
That's true, or it's in the talks.
I believe that they've already signed it. I could be wrong. You know me. I could get fooled if it's on Twitter. It must be true. But I'm
That's
just saying,
a dope ass idea.
I'm just saying it's out there, and I think it's true
That's
that
a
they have
dope-ass
signed
idea.
to play one game at the actual Field
pretty
of
cool.
Dreams on this guy's
That'd be pretty
farm
cool.
that was in the movie.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty cool. And lastly, a shot of the week for Mike Tyson, who came out today.
Talk about smoke weed.
That he smokes.
Smoke
There
weed
we go.
every
You got the doubles going. Go again, Renee. Here we go.
Double up.
Smoke weed every day. 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 Smoke weed every day.
Dude, that's like the new banger of the summer,
I
right
love
there.
it right there.
Dude, you know how many of these it would take me to smoke $40,000 a month of marijuana?
$40,000 a month in marijuana.
It's insane.
That's a lot.
Do you guys know Mike Tyson's phone number?
Oh, here we go. Here's
Fee
another.
fee fee, fa fa, fee fee.
It's ludicrous. It's ludicrous.
It's ludicrous.
Oh,
The
my
number that they
God.
gave me. It's
All right.
333-5553.
All right, guys, shots up. Here you go. Mine spilled, but you guys got yours. Here we go. All right. Guess that's
That was your tequila, by the way.
They just got an. Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was.
The Rolling Stone one?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, that's
baby.
good stuff.
Yeah.
It is good stuff. All
Let's
right,
get another
Knocker.
wet hair in my chest.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I'm starting
That
to get
makes
those.
what, 2.5
I'm
now?
starting to get those, Knocker.
Do you have gray hair on your balls yet?
No gray hair on my balls.
Do you have
No?
gray hair on your balls?
Are you
Nope.
serious? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah, I'm
When was the
positive.
last time you checked?
This morning when I was taking a shit.
Wait, so you get gray hair on your balls? You
Oh,
don't?
yes, you do.
I thought the hair just falls off. Like you don't get hair anymore.
you still have hair. It just turns gray, just like your face.
You have gray pubes?
Yes.
That's so disturbing.
Yes.
This is so disturbing. I don't want to picture it at all.
It's life. It's real life.
Renee,
yes.
you have gray pubes?
No, just gray chest hair. I guess those are kind of pubes, but no, I just
I know you're gonna be missing me when you got that big, white, wrinkly body on top of you with this loose skin and old balls. Gross.
no gray pit hair, no gray ball hair,
does
no
the
gray
same
leg
thing
hair.
happen for women?
Yeah.
Yes.
So take it off, right? They take it off at that. Like, there's no reason to keep that, right? You're not
No.
getting runways at 70, right? You're not keeping a runway.
You're not keeping a runway at
Right?
70,
You're
yeah.
going
No letter I down there. Yeah. No lowercase L.
This is mind blowing to me that my father has gray pubes right now.
I'm 60 years old. What do you think?
I mean,
I didn't think they
look
looked
at his
here.
hair
I know,
on-
but do your armpit hairs change to gray? Does every hair on your
Mine's not.
Actually, you
Yeah.
know what? That's the last to turn gray.
My face is. I'm starting to
Seriously.
get like if I let my face hair grow in, I get gray chins.
Yeah, I have gray whiskers.
Does your arm hair turn gray?
What the hell happened?
Whoa.
Uh,
you just cut yourself, dude?
Dude, don't be a cutter.
I knew I shouldn't have taken that shot of heroin
God,
before this break.
Christ,
Damn it,
Bob.
man!
Told you to stop.
I should use a smaller
Knocker
needle.
straight bleeding right now.
Straight bleeding over there, dog.
No, but actually the hair is the first, and then the whiskers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, because I've got gray on the hair.
The pits, no. This will go next.
Do you have gray eyebrows?
They will go gray eventually, yes. But I do have gray pubes.
Renee, let me
Absolutely.
know when your pubes turn
There are
gray.
gray hairs on my ball sack.
That's
The day I get a gray ball hair, I will report
Yes.
to you guys and let you know.
It's coming.
You guys are the first to know.
Oh, it's coming.
You know, I know that you're gay.
It's coming.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot avoid it.
You cannot avoid it. All right, Knocker, let's get to something else here on the show. Let's get to...
We were sent out here to do a story. To do a story about what? As you can see, there's construction underway here. They've dug out a little bit. There's water has accumulated. Traffic's backed up. In a city the size of Houston, there's always traffic. So what's the big fucking deal? What the fuck are we doing out here? I asked you, what in the fuck are we doing?
That's right, what the fuck news. As I bring in where's the video? I'm looking for it real quick. Hang on, hold on. Did you see that alien video that was out, Knocker, that I retweeted? That there's like that flash in the sky. Is it on Instagram? Let me see. Hang on.
Well, Sam Tripoli must have it.
Yeah, Tripoli probably does have it. No shit. Let me see if it's on.
Hey, and I
Instagram.
want to give out a shout out to Bruce Jingles.
Yeah, what up?
He had his first headline at a comedy club.
Oh, yeah, good old Bruce.
The other day.
Yeah, good.
So good for you, Bruce, man.
Congrats,
You're, you're
he
the man.
did.
Hope
He
to
did it with someone big too. Like, he had.
Yeah. So he's a friend of the show. He's family. You can return the pipe anytime you come back.
Dude,
but
so funny story,
right?
with him, dude. We got so stoned with him on the show, him and Marcus, and fucking Bruce took my brand new pipe that I got, glass pipe, and just went home with it.
Next time they come on
And-
the show, I want to ask them, because this is a serious, legitimate question I have in my brain, because my brain thinks about weird shit.
Yeah.
So you know how Shaq has tattoos, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And he's dark.
Right.
So how come black people that dark don't get like white tattoos?
I agree with you.
So
Yeah.
you could see them on their skin,
I agree with you.
right?
Thought of that 100 times. Yeah.
Is that racist?
Is that racist?
No, it's just obvious. If you're
look
getting
weird.
black ink
That's
on a
your-
black skin, you can't
Well, it's
see.
like
I can't see what's on your
has like
arm.
a lot of tattoos, but you really don't know what they are.
Exactly.
Right.
So why not just get like white tattoos?
Or yellow, neon.
The
Yeah,
next-
something where you could see it.
The next black guest we have, you need to ask him that.
Tell us, Bruce.
Yeah, it's-
Answer that for us.
So, but Marcus,
Marcus.
on the way home, Bruce sparks up the bowl. And he goes, Marcus goes, dude, that's Josh's.
Josh's ball, bro.
And Bruce goes, oh shit. And like he just kept smoking.
Smoke
Dude,
weed
you're
every
fucking-
day.
He still has it to this day.
You're the man, Bruce.
He still has
You
it.
really
He
are.
still has- Knock
So
roll-
congratulations to you, man. We need
that's
to talk
dope.
about that. That's a big step for you.
Yeah, that's dope.
Congratulations.
That's awesome. That is awesome. All right, Knocker. Behind you right now, do you believe? We talked about aliens a little bit with Sam Tripoli a couple weeks ago. Now, are you a believer, non-believer? Where do you sit on the whole
Totally
aliens
believe.
thing? You
We're
totally
not alone.
believe.
Absolutely.
You totally believe.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I believe it. I believe as well. Renee, are you a believer?
I have definitely seen some weird things in the sky, but I don't think I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I've never seen a UFO. I'm a believer. If I see it, I believe it, right?
Yeah.
If aliens wanted to come abduct humans, why wouldn't they like go over like a football stadium, a baseball stadium, and abduct all these millions of thousands of people that are in one spot? Why are they in like rural Iowa over a cornfield?
Not
It
enough
doesn't
room
make
on the
sense
ship.
to me. I guess I'm going way off of left field here because
It's a
you
lot
asked me a
easier to
simple
pick
question.
one redneck out of a
Let's see if
cornfield
this
than
video
50,000 people
that
out
I'm
of
about to show you
Kezar
right now.
Stadium.
I don't think that we're the only living beings in this galaxy, but at the same time,
Do you believe that our government has had contact with aliens?
Yes.
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
Do you believe that we have?
Oh, Dr. Rob's calling in. He's probably angry about something.
Shit, Dr.
No
Rob's
shit.
calling? Oh my god.
Oh my
Dr.
God.
Rob.
This can't
What
be a
do you-
happy call.
Uh-oh. Dr. Rob, are you angry?
I know what dwarf you're not.
I'm always angry. What are you guys talking about?
Dr. Rob, what's going on, man?
What's up? Speak up.
Not much. So first, let me start. Hey, Knocker.
Yo.
You know how we agree on Colin Cowherd when he talks about Tom Brady?
Yes.
That's exactly what Josh is to Aaron Rodgers.
Right, exactly. Right, fellatio. Just.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
That
you
is
know.
it. Any opportunity he
Raw
gets,
dog,
he
raw
sit down on
dog,
his knees and
raw
praise
dog.
the almighty number 12.
Right?
I tried to pull big dick.
Raw dog and swallowing. Josh is all in on Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my
You got
God.
it, man.
What you
And
hate?
Renee.
Yes.
Renee.
Yes.
You know why you wouldn't want white ink
Why?
on your skin?
Why?
Well, number one, it requires more passes for it to actually get into the skin. So it would hurt a lot more.
Okay.
And you
Okay.
think it would be more
Doctor
expensive
speaking.
because
Gotcha.
it's some of the pass.
Okay. All right.
But then as your skin sheds over time
Okay.
and the body starts, it turns yellow, dude.
Oh, crazy.
Ooh, I didn't
That
think
would be
about
crazy.
that. Yeah, you don't want to yellow.
So then your
that's
white
why-
ink. So then your white ink would turn yellow, right? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying?
As you shed
Over time, yes.
As you
So
shed. As you
people,
shed,
if you
yeah.
wanted to keep your white ink, you
More
would
you
have
know.
to go to the tattoo parlor and constantly get it replaced or
See, he
replenished.
just answered your question about. See, he just answered your question right now.
Yeah, you did. Thank you very much. Because I've always wondered, like, dude, I can't see what your tattoo says.
Right?
Like
You're
at
black
least
as
do-
night, and I can't see
Well,
shit.
I'm glad we got to ask a doctor, not a black guy, about it.
But-
So
Right?
that's a good.
Dr. Rob, is that a legitimate question or is that a racist question? Is that racist that I think that?
Not at all. Not at all.
I didn't think of it as racist. I
No?
mean, my mind went straight to the chemistry.
Right.
Okay.
And
He's
why
giving
you
you
don't
technical.
see white ink. And
Right, because
So I
it
didn't
would seem
think-
pretty obvious.
So if they got yellow ink and their skin, sheds and fades over time, would it still be yellow?
well, it'll get yellow-ish, but then over time, it just looks like you have dirt imprinted on it.
You're like, no, I got a moco on my.
That's
on
a
my
moco.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks like Obama. No, es un moco.
Interesting. All right.
Now, Dr. Rob, I don't know if you heard earlier, Murph's wife is now joining up for fantasy football in the drawing because she saw your
Endowed
statue, and now she wants to win that.
Oh, you know what? If I can get a hold of the appendage, I will certainly bust it with the trophy if it's taken away from me this year.
Oh my God, I love it,
man.
This is too good.
So
What happened?
we know you're coming back with the vengeance. We know you're coming. It's his vibrator.
Oh. I'm like, oh, ow, 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 ow.
Jeez, I did not need to do that out of him. I know you're going to come back with the vengeance, Doctor, but I need to ask you: when your team wins, like if the Vikings win on Sunday, are you happy like at all, or are you just critiquing?
They look like shit.
Like they won by 7, but they should have won by 20. Like, are you ever satisfied with the team win?
Yes, I am.
No way. No
You
way.
are by far one of the best follows on Twitter as far as
But
following a
I will
sports fan.
I will tell you there are a couple of times that I think, well, if Diggs does this next week against the Bears, he's not going to get it open, or if Tillin doesn't, break up the route when he needs to, Cousins is going to get creamed by Khalil Mack next week. Those things come to mind. I mean, sometimes it's good to see the boys win, but you got to also keep in your mind that when you're thinking ahead, not everything is going to work out the same way.
You sound like a Trojan
So
fan.
for the people that I hang out with when I watch these games, they're always saying, they're thinking about the now, and they're always saying, "Oh, this is going to be great." And then they come the Seahawks, and they only score 3 points.
People actually watch games with you?
Yeah.
Do you have to bribe them? Do you have to bribe them with shit?
No, I don't. I don't. They don't have to bribe me.
Because I could just see you throwing tantrums and throwing pizza on the wall and, just.
So, Dr. Rob, did the Vikings finish with a better record than the Packers this year?
Yes.
Oh my
The
God.
Bears, I'm not too sure about, but the Packers, I do think. So.
Do you want to put just a little cash on that? Just have a friendly wager.
So, this has to be a straight out more wins, correct?
Yeah, straight out more wins. A push is a tie.
Okay. So, you wanna put down what you owe me, and then we'll do double or nothing.
Let's do it. Let's do that. Let's do it. I think it's for
All right.
I owe you for fantasy football, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So let's just.
okay.
I'll put that in the box, and then we'll see what happens.
All
at the
right.
end of the
I
year.
like it. I'll put my money on. I thought I paid him. I thought I paid you. I don't know. I'm sorry about that.
Now, Dr. Rod, let me ask you this, because I was discussing the Vikings today with some friends at work. I'm a big chemistry guy. I really am. I think chemistry plays just a huge part of championship sports. They had a good thing going with Case Keenum. They looked good. If not for one stupid ass play, the Vikings get into the Super Bowl. They were right there. They were right on the cusp of everything, and then they changed the chemistry with Kirk Cousins. Now, yeah, he's a rah-rah guy and this and that, and they gave him a lot of money. I just think they ruined that team for the next 3 or 4 years because they have to play Cousins, and they had a good thing at a good price with Keenum.
The thing with Keenum, I think it was that they didn't think he had the arm to really put the ball downfield like Cousins did with Thielen and Diggs.
But the team
and I think
played
that
for
was
him.
Part of the decision when Turner left, and then they decided, okay, we're going to bring DeFilippo in, and then we'll bring Cousins in, and then just start anew. And I agree with you. I mean, I think they made an error, and they probably could have brought back Keenum cheaper.
Yeah.
But, at that time, the fans, part of the mentality you got to think of, too, is that they were thinking, okay, we have our core.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting into their prime. Now we just need somebody to get him over the hump.
But that just happens
And
so
unfortunately,
much.
last year it didn't work because Rick Spielman forgets to draft offensive linemen.
Here we go. Yeah, you're right, though.
Yeah.
You're absolutely
he is
right.
He is right. Well, lastly here, as we get into it with football, what day works for you with I want to make sure that the draft will work for you. Is during the week at night work for you, Dr. Rob? At the weekend, afternoon? What time for the draft works for you? I want to make sure you're there. You're the winner. I want to make sure we can kind of.
You usually hold it. on the weekend, so I can make sure that,
is that
I open time. I think last year you held it at noon my time.
Yeah. Like on a Saturday,
I didn't have a problem with that.
Okay.
Cool. So
Okay. I
you
just want to make sure you're there.
Go ahead and schedule it, and if I have my phone on me, I'll be able to get in the.
Okay, because I want to beat you legitimately. I want to beat you legitimately with you picking your team. I want no auto drafting. Okay.
I will try to make it. I
Okay.
usually try to
All
make
right. Well, I'll
it,
work it around you. If I have to change, I will. So, dude, I appreciate you calling
buddy.
in, man. I love you, dude. Thank you so much. You're one of our
All
favorites
right.
on the show,
See
man.
you guys later. Have a
All
good
right.
night.
Later, Dr. Rob. Oh man, I love it. And Chrissy
He just
Rice
calls you out on Aaron Rodgers.
I know.
all the time,
man.
Deep-throating that
Deep
dude.
throat-
He just
Chris-
not gonna let you get away with it.
Chris Price trying to say, tune in for gray ball hair and aliens. What the fuck?
It's a sports show.
Yeah, you guys missed it.
That should be the name of this show: Gray Ball Hair and Aliens.
Gray ball hair and aliens. Gray pubes and aliens.
That's a great name for a punk band.
No, we're gray pubes and aliens. Yeah, we're British punk. Yeah, let's rock and roll.
We got these shrooms and smash the place off.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so great. Well, Knocker, the reason I bring up aliens, and I like how Toxic Exploit says, I'm so confused. I'm just going to continue to listen.
Well, you do have to listen to the whole show. I mean,
Renee, right now, they're praising
jump
you
in.
right now. Renee for the win on that comment for the punk band.
Yeah, for the punk band? Yeah, British punk band, yeah.
What's up, you bloody white guys? We're gray pubes and the aliens.
It's like Bob Marley and the Wailers, but it's gray pubes
Gay
and the
pubes and the
aliens.
aliens.
The dude just wearing just a see-through thong up on stage.
Oh, my
I got it right here.
Right? Oh, what up, Rocket? What's going on?
I'm a rocket.
Knock, we got a new listener to the podcast. He's a follower from
I hope I don't
Twitch.
scare him away.
He's a kid that checks me out on Twitch and stuff. I know.
Nice.
Yeah, his name's Rocket League on Twitch.
Hello, Rocket.
Rocket! Hey, Rocket, you fucking confused? Check your balls, see if you got any grey ones.
Wait till we just talk in this voice for the next 15 fucking minutes.
Fucking A. Fucking A, you wanker.
It's football fucking
You bloody wankers.
Wanker is my favorite word. As an American, I want to start calling everybody that.
Yeah, wanker.
Don't be a bloody wanker.
Dude, why is it better when that sound comes out of a Mexican? Like, it's hilarious that you're talking like that.
God, this is good.
Yeah, it's good
But
stuff.
just like in an English accent, just like as an American, just like, dude, don't be a wanker.
Right? Don't be wanker. It just sounds so stupid,
It
right?
does.
Yeah, it feels
Doesn't
stupid.
work.
All right,
It doesn't.
Knocker. Well, behind
Well, it's
you,
kind of
Knocker-
like cussing in Spanish. That's just the best thing on earth.
It is.
Italian and Spanish cussing is.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
nothing
O-Dog's
can touch
calling
it.
you.
Oh,
God.
Lord. Jesus, we almost got through a whole fucking show. Almost.
God.
Hold on. All right. He's on.
Hey,
How drunk are you tonight?
what's up?
What the fuck is going on, you wankers?
Hello, you bloody wanker.
Hey, Jersey
You
wanker,
bloody
you.
assholes. Living jocks.
You bloody bastard. What's going on?
I'll get you a cold dog
Have
and
you-
let
have-
you
What's up, fellas?
sit
Yeah,
there,
that
you
dude's
wanker.
totally confused right now.
I know. The guy in the chat's Rocket. He's from Twitch. He's completely confused right now. What is going on in this show?
You too. What's up, man?
What's
How are
going on?
you?
We're doing good,
Yeah,
man.
I was wasted last night. What the fuck? So
What up?
I'm an adult. I'm over 21.
Yes.
I was at home.
Yes.
And I had some fucking alcohol.
Yeah.
Big fucking
Attaboy.
deal.
Woo!
I
Shot
like
of the
it.
week
You
right
shot-
there.
yes.
It's a Wednesday and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have a play, Frank.
Yes.
So fucking what?
No fucking what, man?
I mean, that Hudson was asleep. What's a big deal? Right?
What's a big deal?
My fish, Trisha, was in bed.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm just drinking. You know, got me points.
I know a couple African American fellows from the UK, from England. And when you see them talk, you're
Yeah.
like, "This coming out of his mouth."
Like the
You
accent
see-
out of
you
black
see-
people
Yeah, out of
is
black
really
people.
bizarre.
It's really,
It is. I gotta
Yeah,
say.
Oh, no. I was hanging out with this British dude who happened to be black, and he was talking that shit like the character from Ocean's 11 and that Barney Rubble shit, and I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? You sound fucking crazy.
You know what the hardest is,
He's
though?
like, yeah, it's Britney. He's like, it's Britney. I said, what does that mean? It's crazy. I'm
Right?
like, oh,
Right?
okay.
I think that's just the best thing ever. It
O-Dog,
really is.
O-Dog, right
You
now.
ever watch Idris Elba speak, and then you hear him, and you're like, you see this big, tall, black brother, good-looking man, voted people most beautiful man of the year, whatever,
he talk
sexiest
with
man
a
of the year,
British
and he comes out and he's talking like this.
He's
Hello,
talking
folks.
like a hello.
Yeah, that new he does the new Heineken
Oh,
commercial.
okay.
Chip, chip,
He
cheerio,
does
and all
the
that
new-
good
He
rubbish.
does the new Heineken. Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
That's
What's
a good
going on?
bud.
Anyway.
Right now, I love how the chat right now. You know how toxic the new kids in the chat. He says,
Yeah.
"F it, just call it the Confused Cast instead of the Sportscast."
He gets it. He's only been listening for an hour and he
It's one
gets
of those
it.
shows when you have to watch it on a repetitive basis
Yes.
to stay in the know with the jokes. You know, I have a couple of shows like that, but you have to watch it week to week, and then once you get up to speed, you're like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Crispy Price says, "I've said it for 2 years. They need a new name for the goddamn show. The Sportscast is just it's coming to such its own." So what's going on, Dizzle? What do you got? What do you got on the plate here? What's going on?
Talk to us.
Listen, you know, I got nothing going on. I spoke to you guys last night. You know
Yes.
the news, but don't put that out on Front Street just
Oh, yeah,
yet.
well,
not
I'm
just yet.
Effective in May.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to let him know as well. But anyway, on a lighter note, I want to talk about, Josh, you didn't mention this Jay-Z NFL
Okay.
connection. And
All
since
right.
we're talking about the NFL, and by the way, I'm so pissed at myself because I was trying to turn the volume up so I can get the Power Ranger intro, the Go-Go Power Rankings, and I'm getting all excited. I hit the wrong button.
Ah,
That's the whole
jeez,
goddamn
amateur. That's why you're number 2.
Yeah, well, sometimes you shoot and you miss, and it happens, bro. But you still get your shot off, so it's definitely not a bad night. But anyway, on this Jay-Z, what do you guys think about this Jay-Z NFL connection? I have my own thoughts about it.
You know what, dude? It's just he's just making money. You know, like his comment was, hey, if I do this and I make money, I can help a lot of people. How long are we going to just, keep crying about one guy who doesn't have a job? I mean, it's tragic he doesn't have a job.
understand that.
It's tragic he
I
doesn't have a
understand
job. But I personally, sell out.
And let me ask you this.
Does anyone in that room right now believe that the NFL is going to do anything? Anything substantial?
It's going to be what?
It's going to do anything.
Does anyone believe that the NFL is going to do anything substantial related to social justice or
No.
social cause?
PR.
No.
It's all PR.
Okay. Thank you. That's all. Then we're clear. Because I agree with you 100%. I was explaining this to my mother-in-law and my wife. The NFL cares about two things: money and PR. And they only care about PR because it affects the money. This whole thing's a PR stunt.
Yes.
I agree with you.
I hesitate to call Jay-Z a sellout, but only by a little bit. I think Jay is about the money, and he's a businessman. As he say, I'm a businessman, okay? But, his credibility has taken a big-time hit. The NFL is not going to let him control or have any creative input in the halftime show at the Super Bowl. And if he thinks they are, then he clearly does not understand the NFL and the 32 owners and the 33 men that run that league.
Correct.
But I just believe that he's picking up a check. And, hey, listen, like I always say, if you can't be used, you're useless. So, hey, as long as you're getting paid, everybody has a price. Make your money. I have no problem with it.
I agree with you.
But I just think it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Well,
Josh,
the only thing that bothers me about this, O-Dog, and the whole culture over there, Ice-T is out there a lot, banging on people on Twitter that give him a bunch of crap for, doing this, and Ice Cube, blah blah blah, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah.
You all came out straight out of Compton or out of the hood, and you all portrayed this poor, hard-working, from the streets. We got it real. We had to sling to get where we are. The white man is oppressive. The white man killing us, and then all of a sudden, you making big money working with the white guy. It's reality, and I get it because you want to make the money. But I have a hard time with the hypocrisy, bro. I have the hard time with this is what you sold over here. This is how you got your cred with everybody in the hood. And now you're just as mainstream as the people you were rapping against.
And listen, it's interesting what you're saying, Knocker, because, I was just listening to one of the stations on Sirius XM Radio, Rock the Bells. And I'm listening to NWA, which was out of Compton.
Right.
And we all know what NWA stands for, N words with attitudes.
Right.
Okay, and then I thought to myself, and now Ice Cube makes family movies.
Right.
Now Ice Cube, so you're right. Now he's as mainstream as everything he was against 20 years ago. Now, you can say you mature, you level. I mean, you develop, you grow, and you learn about things. You're not the same person that you were 25 years ago. None of us are. And your positions change, and you start saying, hey, look, I got a wife, I got kids, I got to keep the mortgage paid. How do I do that? If it means I got to make movies, And there was a great DJ that I really enjoyed in New York radio, very controversial guy. And he said, look, if you can't be used, you're useless. Everybody's got a number. Everybody's got a price. Look,
sure.
For the right amount of money, I might go work for Donald Trump. I don't agree with him, but
America.
for the right amount of money and to support my family, shit, I might go work with him.
One of my favorite sayings always is, I'm an American. I can be bought.
Yeah.
There's
a number.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And they say, I heard people call him a sellout. Call Jay-Z a sellout to bring it back around to what we were talking about and where we started this conversation. And they say, well, no, he's not a sellout. He's a capitalist.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a capitalist.
Yeah,
and you can call it a sellout, but as a capitalist, you're in this for the money, man. And look, I can't tell that
He's
man
gotta pay for
why
all
we
those
always
kids.
say Jay-Z has enough money. He doesn't need to do it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to do it. But listen, as a capitalist, the bottom line is to always keep the numbers in the black, not the red.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, if the NFL call me, you know me, Josh, in the NFL. But if they call me to be the head of community relations right now and put up a number I can be comfortable with,
Roger Goodell's the best guy on
I'm
earth.
calling you on behalf of the NFL. Josh, let me explain to you what's going on in the NFL right now.
Cash the
we
check
are having
first.
a community relations campaign unlike ever before.
Exactly.
Cash the check first.
Well, hey, brother, give that show a shout out. Everyone wants to hear it. The famous shout out. Give it to us.
Oh, man, in the game Tuesday nights, 9 p.m., WBcast1.com. BCast1 Radio on TV, BCast1 Radio TV on YouTube. We're going to be on Periscope in the game on Facebook, on the Periscope Facebook page, all that good stuff, man. We'll be back strong, coming back strong. We had some, Ghost had a headache. We got a migraine, so we couldn't come on last week. But we'll be back next week, and we'll be talking football. Josh, get me in that fantasy league, man. Rig that thing for me, man.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
We owe you, huh?
Yeah. It never hurts to get a couple HJs. Just putting it out there. So, all right, O-Dog, we'll talk to you.
Hey, listen, I subscribe. I subscribed to that. It took me 3 weeks to get on that stupid Twitch channel.
Took
and
me
I
a half an hour.
Get me in the fucking league.
Yeah, it took Knock half
Took
an
me
hour.
a half an
Took
hour.
him
What's
half
your
an
problem,
hour.
bro?
Yeah, what's your problem, bro?
Took me half an hour.
Listen, I don't know. I don't know what my problem is. I got a lot of problems. We don't have time for that. But that's not the issue. Idiot. We don't have time for all of my problems. Okay.
All right,
my
Get me in
brother.
the fucking league. I want in.
All
I
right.
love you guys.
Say hi to the family.
Talk to you later, brother.
Always, brother. You do the same.
All right, peace.
See you, Duck.
Later.
Later.
All right. Finish off this show with everyone's favorite. Here we go.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. You got knocked the fuck out.
This Dale Earnhardt Jr. should be a part of this one, dude.
Oh, I know his wife, though. No, his wife.
They crashed the plane today.
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
She's okay,
I still
though.
don't know. Are they all okay? Everybody's
His
all
wife's
right?
okay, yeah.
Very cool.
Yes, they're good.
It's amazing they didn't die. Did you see the wreckage of that plane?
Yes.
it's
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why I don't fly in those small planes. Knocker, now, when the fight happens, there's usually, both guys usually feel pretty confident. If you're going to pick a fight with somebody, there's two guys, normally they both feel pretty confident about it, right? They're shit-talking. But then there's always that one guy that kind of backs down, right? Well,
of course.
Check this out.
Right.
Is these two guys confront each other what looks like outside of some business, and white guy versus black guy, right? Talking some shit outside. Well, the white guy's like, fuck this, and runs off. But I think he actually should have stayed in the fight because look what happens at the end of this knock. Here we go.
Scared. I see your heartbeat. I see your heartbeat. I'm right here. I see your heartbeat, nigga. What's that? I'm angry, bro. I'm angry. I got money to make.
He's like, oh,
Weirdo.
yeah,
What's that?
That's crazy.
Bitch ass nigga. You
Oh, no, that did not just happen.
Bitch ass nigga. You scared. I see your heartbeat.
Right here.
Bitch ass nigga. You
He's an idiot.
So the dude runs away from the black guy and he gets hit by a car in the middle of the street.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. You got knocked the fuck out.
Should have stayed and fought, bitch.
Right? No shit, I'm saying. Like the one time
Who
you
runs blindly into a street
Oh my god.
with traffic in it?
He's an idiot.
He's an idiot knocker.
Just stay and fight, man. Get
He's
your ass in.
fucking-
But you know what? There's probably 2 or 3 other guys waiting to jump him too.
Yeah, now-
Nobody ever fights alone anymore,
Right? Exactly. Now, knocker, did you used to skate at all? Skateboard at all?
I sucked at it.
Renee, you skater at all?
Yeah, I wasn't a very big skater. I sucked
All
at
right.
it
Well,
too.
this guy sucked at it too and decided to take a faceplant knocker. Here we go. Watch this.
There's nothing worse than face paint.
Oh, that was nasty. Okay.
You got knocked the fuck out, man. You got knocked the fuck out.
Tony Hawk wannabe bitch.
All those videos on my Twitter. You guys check them out. Or
He
at
tried,
Rex
now, what he
Chapman,
tried to do
so.
is he tried to roll the skateboard under a piece of rope and jump over the rope and land back on the skateboard. But unfortunately, being a white man, he couldn't jump high enough to clear the rope.
Not at all. It's done.
And it caught both his feet.
Uh-oh,
and there you go.
retard alert.
There you go.
So. All right, guys, we're going to get out of here. It's been a good night.
Yes, it has.
Down the show, spread
That
the
was good
word.
stuff.
I'll
Spread
be
something.
on Twitch for a little bit later tonight when I get back. Check us out
I
there.
bet you will.
Hi, Bill. All right, guys. Have a good show. Have a good weekend. We'll talk to you guys on what? Wednesday?
And Josh will.
Oh, yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Tune in to our Twitch on Saturday. It
No.
should be pretty fun. Renee will be over. We'll see you guys later. Have be good humans.